I want to talk about Cronos.
Is it Cronos?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
man.
Yeah, dude.
I've watched a lot of Cronos, but I've not played
Yeah.
it. So, yeah,
I'm
talk
so
about it.
excited to finish this game.
Are you?
Did you finish
This
it?
game is.
Yeah.
I'm 16 hours in of a Zeke playthrough, so like I'm probably. It feels like I'm probably like 3/4.
I'm
Just based
12
on
hours. Wow. Yeah.
just based on like the suit, like or the unfilled in like parts of your suit, like that you get from like different chapters.
Are you?
You know, you start off with
past-
two bars, and then the next chapter you get the third bar, and then the next chapter you get the fourth bar. I think I'm 1 bar away from filling it up.
Are you past the hospital?
Just
Me too. Okay, interesting. Okay, that I like literally ended the stream right there. Like finishing. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, what do you think?
Dude, it's fucking fantastic. It's exactly what I was like. I heard the story is like it's like Dead Space. It's like Dead Space Bones with like a little bit of Resident Evil like flesh on it and stuff like that. And it's there's a lot of Dead Space DNA in this, and I'm absolutely 100% fine with that. I love Dead Space, and this game just, if you like that, you'll like this. It's just really, really cool. The one thing, the thing that I really enjoy more than I did with Dead Space is the way the story is it's fucking all over the place. It's a lot of threads and a lot of different like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Who am I? What's going on?
There is an absolutely awesome movie that we confirmed today influenced this game, and I don't want to say the name because if you've seen the movie, then it's a thing. But once you know, it's just okay.
Oh, are we gonna? We don't need to say it.
Okay. But yeah, so but it's because of that. This is like a Dead Space iteration, plus a very at this point refined Bloober team who is doing some incredibly cool stuff these days, plus the movie. So it's like it all works really, really well together. This game does some things I would say better than Dead Space, and some things I would say it doesn't do as well as Dead Space. But it is definitely a Dead Space iteration. It is that style of game.
Yeah.
No,
the story is
whatever movie you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I probably brought it up like while playing it because it's the comparisons and the ideas of it are very similar. But
I will say
it's like this game has got its fingers in a lot of pies, meaning like it's got a lot of influences that you can absolutely tell, and you go like, oh shit, I know this, like where this like story beat came from, or this like, I mean, the first time you do a stomp in the game, you're like, that's Isaac. That's totally Isaac from Dead Space, dude. It's just missing the
right.
Yeah.
What movie was I talking
I'm
about?
sorry, go ahead.
Toy Story 2. So the big thing that thank you for that chat. The thing about this game is it is an excellent combination of things that work and some also really cool new things. That like I really love Dead Space. I love Dead Space for its environmental. I will say that I felt from a story perspective that the third especially started to kind of fall a little bit.
Yeah.
But I always love the environmental, always love the worlds. This story though, like every time there's a story beat, I basically just sit there talking for like 5 minutes about my current guesses. What did this mean? How did these things connect? And like, that is awesome. Like I am, there has been some stuff said in this that has made me question like who we are, where we came from kind of stuff that has me being like, if it's what I'm thinking, I've never seen this in a game. And it like, that's one of the reasons I'm excited to finish it. Cause I'm like, if this is what I think it is, this is going to be awesome. Like this is going to be really cool. I hope it's what I think. But in terms of the gameplay is like Dead Space, but I would argue not quite as good. I did find the limb separation mechanic far more engaging in Dead Space. I don't really like that the enemies in this game don't have super obvious weak points. You could shoot them in like the legs and heads and stuff, but it's not the same and it's not as fulfilling. Also, variety is not quite as much as Dead Space, and frankly, I found the level design, although beautiful and super immersive, not quite as creative. I felt like Dead Space had this really cool with the Ishimura, like almost Dark Souls style vertical big thing. This one's a little bit more linear, but they do a great job displaying it and they do a great job presenting it, both via the lighting, the graphics, the sound. I have been playing this game in headphones, and it is a glorious experience. Like everything is 3D modeled. Even doing an audio log and turning away, like will move it to the right side. It is incredibly well done. Lots of scary, a good balance between weird and as you get further into the game, like more jump scary horror stuff. But it has not yet done jump scares enough to the point where I felt tired, which is impressive. It's walking a pretty good middle ground for me personally, where like I'm not like dreading them, but they're they're certainly working. When they pop up, they work more than a few times. But yeah, man, it's a lot.
Like you said, it's like the jump scary stuff. It's not as prevalent. It's not as like there are some like moments. I don't want to
gotchas. There's some gotchas,
but there's definitely like some like but not nearly as many because you're always on edge because it's just like they could come at you at any time.
Yep.
Like there are places like you turn around the corner, like this game is very discouraging of rushing because
hugely
you'll rush into an area and you'll be ambushed and swarmed,
overwhelmed,
and shit like that, and that happens.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And it's the one thing. The usually I don't like games where you move slow, you can't like dodge and stuff like that. But that just in this game it feels right because you're in this big, powerful, heavy suit, and it feels like you are trucking around
like
that weight.
Space Marine, you do.
Yep. Yeah. It moves pretty slowly, but you don't want to move faster because of that ambush, like or the unknown enemies around every corner kind of thing. So you're always just like going around a corner, like checking your doors and corners, like like SWAT team, just making sure that everything is cool around here. Do I hear anything? Because the sounds will give them away sometimes too. You'll hear them like, doing the like the body horror like mushy sound that they make and shit like that. And once you like, okay, I don't hear anything. I think we're good. That doesn't mean we're good. So we're gonna walk. And the run isn't that fast. The sprint is not super fast. I'm sprinting right now. You can see how fast it is. It's not fast, but you don't want to sprint because I'm just like, okay, just making sure. Because this is a survival horror game at its heart. Bullets, every bullet, every shell is gold. And when you waste one of them, when you miss one shot, you're just like, God damn it. Because you find 3 bullets and you're like, it's a bonanza. It's a goddamn smorgasbord of wonderfulness because I found 3 bullets, Everything counts, every bullet counts, every piece of every like chemical, like because there's a minor crafting system in it. They only have 2 crafting like items. They have chemicals and scrap metal, and you can craft like your bullets, you can craft healing items, you can craft that shit with those. So like everything you pick up has value. And not only that, but all the lore has value too. Like there's not a lot of lore that doesn't pertain. That's not like, oh, Jimmy and I went to the store today. Maybe it'll be a good day. It's not a lot of the fluff shit. It's all like either directly or tangentially related to what is going on.
Yep. I have, like I said, I've not played it. I've watched it. The story from someone not playing it has actually hooked me to where I finished watching the playthrough.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because I wanted to see like story-wise how it wrapped up.
Yeah.
So even as someone who's not playing it, I was like, no, this is actually well done.
It is. This game is the only reason that I'm kind of like bummed I'm going on vacation because I gotta wait till I come back to finish it.
Yeah. What were we gonna say, Cup?
One thing that I've really enjoyed about this game is even though the combat offensively is not nearly as engaging as Dead Space, in my opinion, the defensive gameplay is actually way more iterated. And what I mean by that is this game is designed to where 9 times out of 10, if you are paying attention and an enemy starts to attack in front of you and you immediately hold shift and look and start moving away from them, you will evade their attack almost every time. And what's also awesome about this is they've strongly iterated the camera to where if you do any actions that are like diametrically opposite to wherever you're looking, the camera doesn't rotate, only your character does. So if you're looking at an enemy and they start to do a swing and you immediately hold S and sprint to start moving, then instead of the camera doing all sorts of weird shit like another game, your character just turns around and starts sprinting and you get to watch the enemy whiff. And that is a totally, like, it's clear that the enemy attacks and the player movement was designed for that. So there's not a dodge, but you can very easily like move around, and once you like start watching the enemy attacks, you can tell they're slow enough so you can do that.
The way I
nice.
would describe it is it doesn't feel unfair. Like the enemies aren't outpacing you. There's just a lot of them, and you'll be in an enclosed area sometimes fighting enemies, but you can actually, if you take your time your shots, because there's one of the first mechanics is a charge mechanic on your bullets. So you charge up your shot, take your shot, or one or two of them. Don't get greedy, and then start trucking around and getting away from them. They move as slow as you do, so it doesn't feel unfair. There is a couple of fights that is just like, all right, you just got to DPS and fucking like, you just got to shoot and run. You'll live, you'll take damage. There's no way around taking damage from some of the fights, but you can live if you play it smart. So, and that feels pretty rewarding, where like a lot of times in Dead Space, you don't move as fast as those guys. So you got to like, they give you a gun that shoots faster. This one, you're like, so you got to do that. And then you're like, all right, see ya. I'll be right back. And then yeah.
But no, I mean, Zeke nailed it. It's very clear that the game is just designed with all of that stuff in mind. So they kind of from the ground up made it. So like the big word that I keep coming back to is, I remember in Dead Space, especially in close quarters, it felt clunky. You felt like you had to get back and like, oh, you're kind of waving around frantically.
Panicky. Yeah,
exactly. You get panicky, and then you're not quite able to get them to turn the right way, or the camera's in the wrong place. Like it whenever close quarters happened, it was clunky. This game has iterated that. This game, it is not clunky when you're right next to an enemy, and it's a big part of the game. So it's one of the better things I would say that they did.
The word I would use is the game is deliberate. Like everything in it is deliberate. It's like once you get the hang of it, you're like, okay, I can still die in any given encounter. And you do sometimes, but like it gives you the tools and it teaches you like, this is how you overcome these enemies. Also, I wanted to mention, I would be remiss in if I didn't mention kitties, because there's kitty cats in the game.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you said something else. I thought you were talking about the poster. Yes, kitties.
Oh, the titty poster. Yeah, no, not that. No, kitty cats. Why are they there? What do they do? It's like they're mysteriously there. Like nothing. There's barely any other living things besides these body horror like Cronenberg things, and then there's cats. Every once in a while, and I met like 6 or 7 of them.
Did you get the cat where she picks him up and it nuzzles her and she goes, "Who is the most handsome subject?"
Yes.
You are. I was just like, oh my god, that's perfect.
Main character has this very, very like robotic and stilted way of talking. Like the travelers have this stilted way of talking,
which we know
pausing like
where you are. We
like robotic Christopher Walken way of talking.
Yeah,
and it's funny to hear like that kind of talk going like, "Who is a pretty girl? Who is a pretty girl? Come here. Will you allow me to pet you?"
Awesome.
Yeah, totally fucking. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It might be my favorite game that I played this year.
Really? Wow. Okay,
nice, man.
That's big. Yep.
I really like it.
It is definitely one of the best atmospheres I have played this year. Yeah. They went to great lengths to make it immersive, and it works. Also, just a little side note and shout out. You look at Bloober's stuff recently, and like look at This Is the Last Piece. Like that company is getting real good. Like they started with like the Layers of Fear stuff, and now we're doing like Silent Hill remakes that are actually pretty fun. Had a great time with Cronos. Like I am looking forward to what else these guys are making. So, yeah.
Bloober team is hitting home runs, man. They're doing really well.
Doing good stuff for sure.